Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. I see Lizardin and Skagosi in the chat. And good to see you guys. Hello and welcome to you as well. So, yeah, welcome to Lord of the Rings Online. Woo! So, we are here on the Mordor server today. Um, the there's an event called the Buried Treasure event, and it used to only go through like usually Monday or so. So usually I wasn't able to stream it on a Thursday or a Tuesday, which are my normal streaming days so far on this Lotro stream. But it goes through Tuesday now. So I will be able to do some buried treasure event today with everybody. So that'll be fun. Actually, I think I did it one other time on stream, maybe. Yeah, maybe. So speaking of, let me introduce myself. I'm Little Redhead. Hello, everybody. Those of you who are new to the channel or new to seeing me or any of the things or need a reminder, all of it's good. So I'm here on the Lotro official streaming channel here on Twitch, so twitch.tv/Lotro stream. And I will be taking you around the world of Middle Earth, or at least one little corner of it. So here on Lord of the Rings Online. Let's see, what was I going to mention? Oh, Extra Life. That's what I was going to mention because it's right over my head. It's hovering over my head, so we should talk about it. I should be careful it doesn't fall on me. Okay. So Extra Life is happening. And what does that mean? It means that the SSG, Standing Stone Games, who makes Lord of the Rings Online and Dungeons and Dragons Online, they are joining in, excuse me, on the fight to help deal with the costs of medical expenses for children who end up at, for example, children's hospitals in North America. So the Children's Miracle Network, I think, is what it's a part of. So, anyway, and the fundraising event is called Extra Life. And it used to be one day, but now it's kind of year round. But the game day where everybody like plays, games and streams it, that still happens one day, and that happened on November 2nd already, so 10 days ago. We had a big marathon. We had a great time. There was lots of giveaways here on this channel and over on the DDO channel. And the team goal was to raise $30,000, and as of this moment, the team in total has raised $35,000. So that's really awesome. And if you participate, I will do a Hobbit flip for you in the game, but that's not the only reason to participate, really. Another reason to participate is because, you have a good heart and you want to, and you have extra money, and you would like to take some of that extra money to make your good heart feel better and give some money towards, the hospitalization of children, paying for the cost thereof. Another reason to donate, if you donate, is I put the links in the chat. I didn't put the chats in the link. I put the links in the chat. That you can get some goodies to use in Lotro. They're just fun little things. So maybe a title like The Well Met, or you might get something like I think there's a sleeping cat as one of the incentives. I had it open because I was like, I need to remember to turn in my requests. Let's see. You could get a sleeping gray cat as a housing item. And that, let me zoom in a little bit. Sleeping brown cat. Is that what I just said? I think I said a sleeping gray cat. So you can get a kitty cat that's like that. Here, let me zoom in. There you go. Who will wander around your little house. It's super cute. So you can get, the gray version. This is the brown one that I got at Festival. That's where I got this one. So you could get a gray cat that's very similar to this one, although he doesn't have any white. This guy has a little white on his paws and stuff. Like he's got a little white on his paws there. The sleeping gray cat, I don't think has any white. I think he's solid gray. But that's one of the goodies that you can request for donating. So there's like a whole thing. So follow the links there about Extra Life if you want to donate and get some goodies for in the game. And it's got the whole list. It's a big list nowadays. So yes, I have sleepy cats offline and in game, says Lizardin. You are so correct. It's so funny. I actually was dreaming about one of my older cats the other night, and I woke up and I was like, where is she? I was like, oh right, she's been dead for decades. But it threw me off for a few minutes because I thought, well, she was sleeping here just a moment ago. Um, Speaking of, there is a sleeping cat on that couch, but I think I managed to put the Hobbit and my chair in the way because she's like right, right there. She's like right there. But yeah, I think my chair might be in the way actually. Oh, maybe you can see it. Yep, there's a little gray blob there. That's Kato. Who went and caught a mouse the other night. Oh my goodness, the great mouse hunt in the house. That little turkey, she brought in a mouse, and then we realized that what she had, because she acts differently when she brings in something. And of course it was alive, but this time she kept a hold of it because the last time she brought in a mouse and she let it go, it went and hid, and it took her like 3 days to get it back out. So this time she kept a hold of it, and we kept trying to like catch her and or the mouse. Um, but anyway, so take the mouse to the breed taxidermist. Well, we managed to corral her to go back out because we've got a little cat door and she can go in and out. But once they get outside, though, they have like a contained area. It just happens to have some grass and stuff. And so sometimes the mice, or sometimes little bitty frogs are dumb enough to cross her path, especially at night. And she did catch the mouse this time. Anyway, so she went back outside and she was back out in her little habitat and outside with the mouse, which she then let go and then recaptured. And let us just say the mouse is no more, and I'm keeping an eye on her digestive system. Because I don't know how often she eats mice, but I don't know that that's... I mean, they do it, like they have the tummy for it, right? But oh my gosh, I'm like... So, yeah. And then I had dreams that night of stepping in cat ick for out every time I turned a corner. So the cats have been on my mind lately. Yeah, she pays rent. Yeah, she's covering some of her own expenses by taking care of some of her own eating. Ah, that cat. Hey, before I get too far, so I have a couple of houses on the server, as would to be expected, because it's me. But so my characters are in two different kins, and one of them is the Deco kin, and Deco de Miu, who is has a fantastic website. That's the website Deco de Miu, and with all the housing items that exist in the game are listed on that website. So it's a great website. It's a fantastic resource. So some of my characters are in the Deco kin, and then, some of my characters are in a Hobbit kin. And with the Deco kin, we'd kind of taken over a Falathorn Homesteads housing neighborhood. Oh, we'd bought houses in there. Like I said, we didn't necessarily take it over, but we bought some houses in there. But it's very elfy, and I am just not digging the elf architecture at the moment. So, which will be really interesting when the next premium housing comes out. I'm sure I'll come up with something. I mean, I'm sure I'll buy one, but we'll have to see how it turns out. But anyway, so the Hobbitkin was like, hey, we're going to take over a Hobbit neighborhood, and a new one popped out. And so we're like all jumping over there. And so I sold my elfish house and I bought a Hobbit house. So I've been decorating. So I thought I'd show you all the scant amount of decorating I did, because I bought the small house. There were a couple of large houses left, but I'm like, it's fine, because this is the house that when you come into the neighborhood, it's the very first house you see. And I'm like, well, I can dig with that. When you're coming in and out of a neighborhood and that's the first house you see, I'm always like, ooh, who lives there? And do they, and I'm always pleased when they do a good job of decorating, because, it's a nice welcome to the neighborhood when you come across a house that's well decorated with the first thing when you come in. So yeah, so I kind of checked out the houses with that at the beginning of the neighborhood, and this was one of them. This was, I think, the only one that was still available. So I've put some wallpaper up. Haven't done the floor, but the floor is fine. Got a nice little cozy sitting area started. I'm thinking I might want to get like a little table. At the Spring Festival, there's some really cute tables. You can see that. Yeah, I was gonna say spring or anniversary. I think it's spring. It's one of those two. Anyway, they come right after each other. One's in March and the next one's in April. The Spring Festival's in March, and then the anniversary's in April. It's just like boom, boom. So it's one of those two. But they've got this really nice Gammer furniture and Gammer's Best furniture. So I think that would fit nice with my Riverfolk stuff. So I think I'll get like a nice little coffee table there or something like that. So I have a nice little cozy spot there, and of course the cat lounging by the fire. I might get another rug and put a couple of chairs by that hearth as well, but that's not always lit. Whereas this one is, and so that one's, kind of nice and cozy. And then I was like, well, it's kind of nice to have the travel things easily accessible. So if you like click on a thing, you can just like go. And so I put up the mysterious door thing, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna put the alcove in here too. That'd be kind of funny. And I was gonna put it like here so it would block that, and so you wouldn't, so it would look like a half wall. And I might still do that. It might be kind of funny, but I kind of like having it in front of there. It kind of like blocks it entirely. It looks like it's kind of fun. Have you got something with the fall festival? Have we done Fall Festival on Mordor? Yes. Harvest Math just happened, so yes. But I don't think I have any tables. Oh, I got these. I got the candle. Yeah. We just did Harvest Festival. And so I got these candle stands, and I went and put them in here. And the mushroom pot, also Harvest Festival. That's the one where if you're a farmer and you go talk to the lady by the party tree, there's kind of between the party tree and the apple doors, there's a special farming plot set up, and she's only there. The NPC is only there during Farmer's Fair. You talk to her as your farmer, and she gives you a quest, and you complete that quest, and then you come back at Harvest Festival and do another quest with her and complete that, and that gives you this black mushroom pot, which I think is kind of cool. So all of my farmers went and did that, which is most of my 5. I think it's 3 or 4 of my 5 characters. And then outside, so this is the small house, so there's not as many decorating hooks as there are with the large house. But that was fine with that. So what I did is, so this is like as if you were coming in, like do 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 do, and you're like, oh, here's the first house that we see. Ta-da! I thought it looked pretty good. So I put a one of the big stables there. I'm not sure if it's going to stay, but it is nice and chunky, and it creates a nice something big and solid, and provides some good vision. Yeah, it's nice to look at. And then we've got like a group of trees here, which is really pretty. And then we've got another tree back here. I put a welcome mat out. I kind of centered it, so it's not in front of the door, it's like centered on the space, because what might be fun is at some point I might replace the tree and see if I can put a chair or something there. That might be kind of cool. But anyway, and then we got this new fountain, which I'm like, that is super pretty. I love it. So I was just looking at the little diamondy looking spots. They look almost kind of green, like it's a, just forgot the gemstone, but kind of like the stuff you see in Erebor. Anyway, so yeah, I thought I put a fountain there. Yeah, the barn looks good, says Lizardin. Yeah, I like the barn. These are so cool, and they're so big, and it's on the hillside, so it's like cutting into it. But I think that's okay. I think I mean, it's a Hobbit barn, right? So we don't need all that space. And we've got spaces for 2 ponies there, and 2 ponies there, and we've got our lights going, and like there's plenty of space in there. So I actually think I tried it a couple different ways, and I did try the trick of putting it like on top of the house, so it looked like the house is inside the barn, or like you have to go in, and so, anyways. But I decided I didn't like that as much as having it next to it. So yeah, so that's my new house. I like it. Okay, so we were talking about going to the buried treasure event. Let me check on my window. 13 days. 13 days. Okay, we are fine. The only problem with my house being here is now I'm far away from where those subscriber boxes are. So I'll need to pop over to the elf neighborhood and do it there. But any one of my elf characters, or sorry, any one of my, deco characters, that's where the kin house is. So if I go wandering around, I can just pop back there by using the kin house teleport. And then any of my characters that are not part of that kinship are just going to be kind of out of luck. May have to set like a milestone outside or something. In case you didn't know, let me pop outside here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. The housing areas, there's usually a milestone out front. And so you could buy into the milestone outside of the housing. And so you could just pop yourself to there. And then, you know, you go in and it's like, well, which one do you want to go to? And you can like maybe star the neighborhood just so you remember where it is you need to go or whatever. And then when you go in, you're right at the beginning. By my house, might I add. So, yeah. So that's what I might end up doing with my non-Decokin characters, is because they can touch the boxes, which is good, which is handy. So, all right. Yeah, I thought we would go to the buried treasure event because my characters on this server haven't done that yet. So there are. Let's go to Bree. I believe, if I recall correctly, and I haven't actually been to the buried treasure event this time. And I think I missed the last one too. Things have been busy, yo. I'm pretty sure though they have stable masters at the 4 spots. So what I mean is, yeah. So we have the stable master, the normal one for Bree. And then right next to him is the festival announcer. So they tend to do that when they provide you with some sort of a free stable master somewhere for a festival or an event. There's usually one at the 4 original race areas. So there's one at Mickle Delving, but this is closer than riding over to the stable master at Mickle Delving for a hunter. One here at Bree, as we see. One in Callendham, down at the Callendham one, but there's no hunter travel to Callendham, so I don't do that one. And then one at up at the top of Heirloom by Thorns Hall. But that one's the hunter travel. You end up at the top of Thorns Hall, and then you gotta ride all the way down, so it's really far. Oh, are those trees from the Harvest Fest too? Yes, the bright red ones were the group where there's a whole bunch of individual stems. Those were from the Fall Festival, and yeah, I think that's what else did I get? I got a bunch. I actually did get a bunch of stuff from the Harvest Festival because it's a good start, and I got a bunch of cosmetics because there's a really good cosmetics in that festival. Although I'm still wearing some of my kind of more, you know, calmer weather stuff. So, yeah. So let's get ourselves over to the treasure camp. So I haven't done this with this character yet. So we're gonna have to go through, or we get to go through together, the the kind of like opening initiation. You know, here's how you do this thing. So now the nice thing is there is a stable master here. So funny thing is while this is open, you could use, like you could go to Bree and then use this as a quick way to get to Callendham. If you're like, can I just get to Callendham and talk to the stable master there? Or, you know, whatever, like if you had some reason you wanted to be there, you can use this as a free travel to get around. So that's kind of nice during the event. Funny thing about this event also is it is actually available. It's on landscape. So here we are in Eredluin, north of Gondomar, and kind of over from Nogland. So kind of kitty corner. So you can look out into the world. And it says now entering lowlands. I think they mean the lowlands of, it must just be the area, the name of this zone. So, because yeah, we're in Eredluin. You can see, I believe that's Gondomar over there. Yeah, let's double check. Yep, that's Gondomar right there. So there's a little trail and everything. So, so you could get here just by riding over from Gondomar if you wanted to. You could, you know, take out some stuff on the way, whatever. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started with the intro here. But yeah. Lizard asked if I have any crafting projects recently. I will get back to that. Yes, it's a longer story. Before it says the lowlands are surprisingly high up. So this is technically called the training grounds where we are now. So we have this guy here, and he's going to tell me introduction to the treasure hunt. And he's like, hey, are you here to join the treasure hunt? It seems that with each passing day, more newcomers come through seeking to learn the secrets of our trade. You'll need to hurry if you wish to join the others. Head across the path to the treasure hunter's camp. You'll be able to find Halthor Goldeneye, and he will instruct you further. And one more thing. Haldor can be a bit gruff at first meeting. Don't let it discourage you. He will soften once you have proven yourself. All right, so we got to go talk to Haldor, and he is over here, also surrounded by people. Hey, Haldor. He says, more green hunters. Every year you lot get sloppier than the last. I've half a mind to call off the treasure hunt altogether. But today you're a lucky hobbit. We're short of able-bodied hunters, and Aldulf has convinced me that we should give you a chance. Now that the formalities are through, welcome. I am Halthor Goldeneye, Huntmaster and Senior Cave Claw Trainer of the Treasure Hunters Camp. You'll be wanting to get out and start hunting, I suppose. You might want to have a look around the camp first and speak with some of the seasoned hunters before setting pick to earth. So go and search for Tor Wayseeker. He is a master at digging. So, Lizard, I have a... so I volunteer, and every 2 weeks we do like a crafting morning, like a knitting and crocheting morning. And so we had some people would donate yarn for that, but most people bring their own projects. So we're not like working on a group project or anything like that. So everybody's just doing their own thing, as you typically do when you're knitting and crocheting. And so, but people kept donating yarn, and I was like trying to come up with different ways to use the yarn, and it was accumulating faster than we were using it. So I was like, hey, what if we come up with a project to use the yarn? So I was like, what if we ask people to take the yarn and make granny squares, and then we could collect the granny squares and we could make blankets out of them. So make some nice patchwork looking blankets, fun stuff. So I proposed this idea to, hang on a second. Someone's just in the chat, in this, Kinship was asking if I'm streaming at the moment. The answer is yes. Okay, so yeah, so I proposed this idea to the person who like coordinates the place where I volunteer, and she was like, yeah, it's a good idea. And we have this like kind of grocery shopping kind of day that we do 3 times a year. And for people who, you know, have a small wallet, as they say in Dutch. So it's, you know, they were like, hey, what if we did it as part of that? And I was like, perfect. And so we have a goal to make 105 blankets between now and the middle of January. So I have crafting projects kind of on hold at the moment because I'm trying to focus my time and energy on that project. That's a lot. Yes, I agree. The conversation kind of went, hey, here's my idea. What do you think of the idea? Hey, I think this is cool. Let's talk to the other person who's in charge of the grocery shopping day. And she said, yeah, it sounds like a cool idea. And I was like, well, how many do we need? And she said 105. And they said, 105, how do you feel about that? And I was like, sure. And then, like, you know, a couple days later, I was like, whoa. Yeah, you brought that on yourself. I did. I really did. I was a little overwhelmed a couple weeks ago about the whole project. And I was joking with a friend of mine, and I said, no good deed goes unpunished. She was like, no. So that was kind of funny. But yeah, actually, I have another project of a sweater that I was working on for the summer, and I don't know if I've shown it to you guys this, but I'll just show you that it's like it's pooling the colors. It's really fun. It's really interesting, and it's a pink. It's like kind of a pink, and then like the mossy green, and there's some white in there as well. I know the pink's not really coming through in the stream. Yeah, you can't really see the pink there, but it definitely has really strong hints of pink in there. So that really balances out that that mossy green you got going on. So here's the yarn. You can almost see the pink, and yeah, the stream, it's just not showing up on the camera, but it really is there. Well, I had a fout. I had a mistake, and there's a knitting crocheting day that I go to once a month where somebody is in charge of it and she's like, she knows things and she can help. Like cat stripes. Yeah, that's a fair point. It does kind of have like that gray cat stripey kind of thing going on, orangey stripey. Yeah, it does have a little bit of that going on, feline stripes. Um, it wasn't. I didn't know how it was going to pool. I didn't know how the colors, if they were going to be stripes or clumps or what was going to do. So it's kind of fun to watch it come together. Anyway, so yeah, I had a mistake and I showed it to the woman this last time, which was last Saturday, and she's like, "Yeah, I think you're just going to need to undo back and then restart from there." I was like, "Oh dang," because it was probably 4 rows or so, but it's kind of big because we're at like the shoulders now, so it's like 4 rows like this. And I'm working in small yarn. I like working in small yarn. It's a fingering weight in case anybody wants to know what that is, what yarn it is I'm working on. But anyway, so yeah, I'm in the process of tinking, as they call it, or frogging. No, not completely frogging, just going back. So yeah, so that project is on hold while I'm busy doing stuff. But we're gonna be traveling in the not too distant future, so I will probably take my smaller project because the blankets are kind of big. So I'll probably take the sweater project with me and work on that. So that'll give me ample time to tink, which is knit backwards. So T-I-N-K is instead of K-N-I-T. Clever little thing, people. These people. So I'm tinking that back to where the mistake was, and then I'll come forward again. Yeah, I'm working on like a blanket deed. I wish there was a deed for that. Well, the reward I get at the end of it is a happy feeling and less yarn in scraps and more yarn in blankets. So there we go. Distributed, more distributed. All right, so let's talk to Tor. They sent us over here to talk to Tor. He says, all right, you're here to learn about the fine art of unearthing treasure, are you? Well, there's not much to it. All in the wrist, as they say. Take this treasure pick and give it a go. Bring me back whatever you discover, and we'll see if you've got what it takes. So now I'm going to turn and use the treasure pick he just put into my inventory and click on a dig site. Click on the treasure pick, and I'm going to dig, dig, dig. Did I not do it right? Excavate dig site from the training grounds. Well, this is a dig site. Maybe I didn't do it right. What's the scoop here? Oops. Let's try again. There we go. I don't know. Excavated a dig site. Yay. Good job, us. All right. Excellent. You'll make a fine treasure hunter. You've already mastered the hardest part. Well, it took me 3 tries. I've been told to send you over to Orn Gem Finder, the dowsing instructor. Superstitious nonsense, if you ask me. I much prefer my arm and eyes to a bit of crystal, though. Halthor Goldeneye strongly believes in it. Though Halthor believes in this. Okay, so, hey, Orn. So Orn has a lot to say. He says dowsing is easy to learn, though quite difficult to master. So you take the crystal, hold it by the chain, hold it steady, focus on the area you wish to douse, and you'll see for yourself. And you can borrow my crystal to practice on the 3 dig sites in front of me. So using the dowsing gem with the dig site will tell you what size chest it contains, and then you must select a dig site in order to get a proper reading. So, and then using it will consume the thing. So click on the dig site, you click on the gem, and you do a little searchy emote, and it says you're getting a slight reading. So very good. You'll make a fine dowser. Next, you'll want to speak with Sager, our cave claw hunter. Hurry along. I hear he's been asking for you. Hello, Pamela. Good to see you. Well, you haven't missed too much yet. So, oh, and Post-Apocalyptica is here also. Hello. You guys both are in the same color on my screen. So I thought it was the same twice, but no. It's 2 P's in a row of different people, of different identities. All right, so Sagar, we're doing the intro because we haven't done the intro with this character. I'm doing Mordor server today because these characters are new to the thing. Oh, Pamela, yay, thank you. Pamela says your hair looks so cute. Why, thank you. Yeah, I did go and get my haircut last week on Wednesday. So yes, you guys haven't seen it because it's new. I was kind of going for like that shaggy Meg Ryan look. So hopefully it'll kind of, shaggy up as it gets a little longer. Well, we'll see. You know what? I mean, it's fine. I'm really enjoying it. And it's super easy to take care of in the morning. I just like, I get up and fluff it with a little bit of water and we're happy. So, yeah. And I figure as it gets longer, I can like put little clips in it and pull stuff out of my face if I want. And like, I feel like it's got a lot of flexibility. So, which is also something I like in a haircut. So yeah, thank you. I'm really enjoying it. Yes, a fluffy Hobbit. All right, so back to Sagar here. He says, well, hello there. Hurry along. I've been expecting you. I've been instructed to teach you in the care and handling of cave claws. We found and trained a very docile breed of the beast. Very rarely, if ever, cause trouble. I've got a very healthy one here, or friendly one, excuse me, all caged up and ready for you. Let's see if you can handle yourself with one of the beasts. So the docile cave claw will search the immediate area around where he is placed for treasure. It will not lead you into a dig site unless it has a treasure chest. Though other players can see your cave claw, only you will receive the information about the reward. But the cave claw is consumed on use. So we go back to our little training area. We let go of the cave claw. And he's going to run over here. And he says, you found a huge dig site. So if I, could dig it up, I would get a huge chest. Yay. But there isn't actually one there. It's just pretend for this part. So he's like, hey, I've never seen a novice handle one of our cave claws so effortlessly. Well, what can I say? He didn't even nip at you. I've already spoken with Halthor about your prowess. Return to him with my blessing. You're ready to go treasure hunting. All right, so back to our gruff fellow here. Hello, hello. He says, well, it seems like you're a quick learner. All of my hunters have nothing but good things to say about your performance. I've done quite well in selecting you as one of our new junior treasure hunters. I've told Arn Gillis all about it. He is out in the field with the others. You'll want to hurry out to him if you're to find the best treasure. Okay. Now, can we do the cave claw thing yet? People are standing on the cave claw. No, we cannot. Okay. We have to finish the questing. So we gotta zoom out. Oh, hang on a second. I am currently set to... Oh, weird. After the last update, I think some things went a little wonky. And for example, I just noticed that my buttons are like getting cut off, like they're being sliced off the edge. So I'm going to just scoot my bars over a touch. Let's see if that makes a difference. No, it looks like they are still getting cut off. How bizarre. Yeah, I think some things went a little wonky with the, some of the... Oh, nice, she's carrying a chicken. Look at that person carrying a chicken. Casper's upstairs meowing away. Yeah. Sometimes I think he wakes up and it's like all dark and he's kind of like a little lost. Poor guy. So we're just like, hey, we're here, buddy. Okay, so he wants us to go and talk to us. So he's got, oh, I forgot to do the thing while I was there. Oh, that's okay. So Arn Gillis, we talked to him, and this will finish us up here. So he's like, hey, there you are. I've been following your progress. I was wondering when old Halthor would send you into the field. Here are some gifts from the instructors to get you started. If you need another pick, return to the treasure hunter's camp and speak with Jondor. So I'm going to get some legendary item experience, but not on this character. I'm going to get 10 picks, 1 cave claw in a cage, and 1 dowsing gem. Ta-da! Now, there are 2 quests that have opened up, and he actually has one of them, but we can grab it down at the main camp. So we'll go back to the base camp, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I have now a deed bestowed to hug 6 different kinds of cave claws. So we'll talk about that here in a second. Yeah, poor little Casper. I know, Pamela. I don't know if you guys could hear him through the microphone. Probably not, but he's up there. He was yowling for a minute. I guess he's settled. I don't hear him now. So okay, so there's 2 quests that we now have. One of them is, oops, not him. one of them is here with Aldor. And yeah, we'll start with that. So he has, hello, how goes the hunt? If you're looking for more treasure hunter picks, go and talk with Halthor Goldeneye. He'll be able to supply you with a couple. So we pick up, actually, before we do this, I'm actually going to do something else. It's not in here, is it? No, it's a separate thing in it. Okay. It is, I'm going to go to my plugins. And I'm going to add, hey Casper, what's it called? Treasure? No. Honey, what's it called? Rich. There it is. There's a plugin called Rich. Yes. Lizardin says, I see a kitty moving in the background. You come up? Yeah. Hi. Casper's being cute today. He was sleeping downstairs. And then I was like, I need to go take a nap. So I went upstairs and he was zonked out down here. Didn't even notice I had gone off. And then I got up for a minute. He must have heard me and he came clomping upstairs. And then he does this thing, we call it kind of dancing, where he's like, you know, checking out. He's like making biscuits kind of. But it is kind of like a little dance. It's cute. And then he finally figured out where he wanted to sit and sleep and lie down. He laid down next to me. And we were there together for about 10, maybe 15 minutes and my alarm went off. Hélas. Yeah. Hi, buddy. We'll get you a little bit more on stream, hopefully. See, there's my Casper. Very sweet. Yes, you are, a sweet boy. He has been just like super cuddly lately. He loves to come and stand right in front, like my desk ends here and he likes to stand right at the edge of my desk and be in the middle of everything. Oh, you checking out the printer? Why are you checking out the printer? There's nothing happening there right now. That's funny. So that's Casper. I'm hoping that he'll come and lay down here because he likes to sleep up there sometimes. I keep trying to get him to come onto my lap while I'm at the computer, but that has not yet transpired. Well, we're going to keep on moving here, Casper, while you're getting your scritches and showing off your bottom on the stream. You're so good at that. So Rich is a plugin. Oh, do you want to lay down? He's checking out like under the thing like a Cato lays down. Well, look at you. How funny. Cato likes to climb under the desk and lie down in a little cave area there. How funny. He's like looked for her there. Are you looking for Cato? Is that what you're doing? She's not here. She's over there. You like walked right by her, you goof. He is being so silly. Anyway, so the Rich plugin is it says a really simple plugin to help with the treasure event. And it is. He is so beautiful. Yeah, Skagosi, I agree. He is really a gorgeous cat. He's very heavy too. He's like, what is it, 8 kilograms? So that's, what are you, like 12, 15 pounds, something like that? 12 pounds, I think. Is that right? He's a big boy. And the funny thing is he's like, no, he's 6 and she's 4 kilograms. That might be right. Because he's like 1.5 her size. You have to go do a thing? Okay. Bye. Have fun. I think maybe he found her. You can see him. I think he's gone over to sniff at her. Watch that space, because if that's the case, if he's waking her up, there may be some grooming, which often leads to some fighting, but they fight kind of cute. They're usually not too aggressive. I mean, there might be some, hey, but it's usually, they're pretty good. But yeah, I would not be surprised. Yeah, there's some grooming happening already. He's waking her up. It is nice to see pets on stream, Lizard, and I agree. All right. So the Rich plugin, I'm going to load that. So it gives you a number of cool things. So the plugin itself is this little box over here, and B4 has done like a patch, I believe it's called, right, to add to the Rich plugin. Okay, yeah, for the barter window. So he's added all the things in case you want to look and see through there, what's available to be bartered for here. Um, so when you pull up the rich plugin from there forward, excuse me, while it's running, man, I got something in my throat now all of a sudden. Hang on. I also have a cat hair in my tea. I can't imagine how that happened. So strange. A cat hair in this house. Anyway, when you have the rich plugin running, it will keep track of these stats for you. So for example, right now, everything is zeroed out because this character hasn't done anything while the rich plugin has been running. But that's why I wanted to go ahead and load it. So that way, if it, as I do things, it'll start to fill in. Also, another nice thing about this rich plugin is, okay, I'm going to take this quest from Aldulf here. And he says, go talk to my friend and he'll give you some picks. So we go over and see now it says quest treasure hunt in progress. Whereas before it says quest reset. So now he's like, are you back again? No doubt. I've no doubt you'll find the mother lode with these picks. Don't come back empty handed. So we finished that. And now it gives me a timer because that quest resets every 15 minutes. So I don't have to like set an alarm on my phone or anything like that. I can just use this to keep track of it. So the next thing is there's a cave claw quest. This cave claw looks hungry. You should collect berries for it. So we're going to accept that quest. And so now that quest is in progress. Before I get too far though, this is what I meant to do before, is there's a campsite fire here. And I poo-pooed this idea previously, but I have come around and changed my mind that I like having the campsite fire set there for when I'm doing the event. Okay, so now we're out looking for berries to feed this cave claw. And they're out here in the field. Yeah. There's some berries, so we'll grab those. And when you grab the berries, they do disappear. So if you and other people are all hunting berries at the same time, you might be competing for the berries. So, oh, I never did finish about the extra life though. I had a personal goal of 750 to raise, and I have at this point raised 900. There's been $905 worth of donations done in my name. So I want to say thank you to everybody who's done that. That is pretty neat. And so yeah, so make sure you go and fill out the survey and get your goodies for that. Okay, so now I've collected the 5 berries that I needed, and so it's time to return to the cave class. I'll just use my hunter travel. Nope, no fighting occurred. Casper has the couch. Cateau got down. That's funny. So now I go back to the cave claw. Hello, cave claw. The cave claw looks less hungry, and they're going to give me some more goodies. So a couple of cool things I like about this rich plugin. For one, now it's counting down the berries quest also. So again, I don't have to keep track of it. I can just let the plugin do all the work for me. It tells me where we are in the round. So the round just ended, and you saw it come up across the screen, or maybe you didn't, but it did. It has big letters across the screen. So you notice all those little halos of light have disappeared, but they'll be back. And then it says current round, so it has a new round has begun. So if I were to drop a cave claw right now, we're at the beginning of the round. I found a medium dig site. Well, sure, we'll dig it up. Why not? So now you'll see on my thing, current round still 22 seconds. Oh, round just ended. Somebody found it. Because there's 4 different sizes of treasure chests. So let me kind of walk through this event in case you're like, wait, what? You find a little glowing spot on the ground and you use a pick to dig it up. When you dig it up, you can get a handful of things. You might get a treasure chest, and they are, you can get a small, medium, large, or huge. When somebody, there's only one huge in the entire area. When somebody finds the huge, that ends the round, and then everything gets reshuffled. The glowy spots are always in the same place, but what's underneath them is what changes. This isn't actually my favorite spot. Let me go up top. Now, if you are going to drop a cave claw, oh, there's people up there already. The ideal time to do it is at the beginning of the round because that's when the best stuff is still available. So we'll go ahead and drop a cave claw, sure. All right, what's he find over here? He found a large. The cave claw will always go to the biggest thing it can find. So there's like, I have a large, and it's actually in my inventory here. I'll open it in a minute. So I was standing like over here, and the cave claw will go to the largest thing within a radius of like 20, 25, I think it's 25 meters. It's not precise. It does not appear. Before I've been doing some playing around with it. Hard to say. But anyway, so within the 25 or so meters of where I was standing, every, glowing spot dig site that the cave claw could see, it's going to go to the best it can find out of all those. Now, let's say in my range here, there was like a small, a medium, and 3 larges. It's just going to go to one of the larges. And it's probably going to go, it might not go to the nearest one, but it's going to go to one of the larges in the area that it searched. Hey, just right, Sandy. Good to see you. New hairdo. I love it. Thank you. It is. I got it cut last week on Wednesday after, so streamed on Tuesday and then got my hair cut on Wednesday. So thank you. I was, definitely keen to go and get my hair chopped off. The only thing right now is because it had gotten longer. It had gotten actually kind of longer than I had intended it to, but I just hadn't gotten around to getting it cut. That my neck's a little cool. So I've been wearing scarves a bit more over the last week. But now my skin's getting used to, being exposed again. So I'm having a good time. Thank you. I love it too. Yeah, exactly. I have scarves to wear and scarves to make. I have some what do you call it? Like the really thin, fuzzy kind of yarn. And I want to, you often you run it double with something that's a little bit more solid. So I have like that. It's like some mohair and and then I have some silk also. So I'm debating anyway, and then I have a third thing, and I was thinking about trying to combine them and make just something that's kind of light and airy and fluffy to wear on the days when it's I don't need a lot of warmth, but I just need a little bit of something. Oh, have I ever heard of a thing called cat stitch? I have. I recently did see that. It's kind of what it ends up looking like. It's got a one color, kind of almost a square stitch, and then it's got a part that pops up and a part that pops up, and it ends up looking like ears. It's so cute. Yeah, actually, I am very tempted to try and do something with the cat stitch. If I wore cowls, I would totally do a cowl. But I don't because they give me neck aches, which lead to headaches. So I don't do that. But yeah, I'm really tempted by that idea because that is super cute. And I did see that recently. Oh, Moobot, thank you for the reminder. This week's sales. So I just happened across them because I was looking at the code. So the code this week gives you a free universal solvent, which I still don't even know what to do with those. I just give them to B4 and he collects them. So I was like, because the code is he stood before the stone. I was like, wow, that sounds impressive. What do you get for it? Well, apparently you get something that I don't even want, but I'm sure some people do. So don't let me disparage that. But 2 cool things I noticed in what's available. They're doing that sale thing again where you get 30% off 1 item, 20% off 3 items, and 15% off 5 items. So you go into the store, you type in the code, which is /30, and you get one thing. Now it's 1 per account. And when you put the code in, it's it's locked in there, and it's as if you've used it whether you did or not. So do be prepared for that. Think ahead about what you're going to buy, maybe. But that's cool. And that's through Thursday, those 3 discounts. And if it's like it was last time, you could use the 30 and get one thing 30% off. Then you could use the 20% and buy 3 things and you get 20% off of those. And then you can use the 15% off and you could buy 5 things and you get 15% off each of those. So like you could use all the codes, which was so cool. And then the other thing I noticed was the Sublime patron coffer is available for sale right now. And I can't remember if I have that. Let me see. Character, title, because there were some titles in there. No, I didn't get that one, so I can't show it off. Sorry. That's the one where it's got like really shiny armor, and I was like, eh. Although to be fair, I think they all kind of shiny armor right now. And it was like a little pet wild pig kind of thing. There's like a big one and a little one, a piglet and a boar, but it's not like there's not big tusks. It's just like stripy. It's cute, but I decided it wasn't my jam. So I don't have that to offer to show you. Sorry. But yeah, so I did notice that those sales were going on right now, and those are some pretty awesome. Oh, because the Sublime Coffer is not just available for purchase, as in available for sale, but it's also 20% off right now, and that's through November 17th. So you've got until next Sunday. It's like 5 days on that, whereas the other stuff is only good for the next 2 days. Yeah, so some good deals there. I might think about getting a, let me look at my Lotro store real quick. So what I do is I star the things that I want to buy. I think the stars are server dependent, just FYI, because I had to go back and restar things, I believe, when I started on Mordor. But, I could get a large carry-all, and I could get it at 30% off. Oh, you know what? I think we may need to do that because let me show you my housing problem. So all of my housing stuff is currently just sitting in my inventory and it's taking up that much space already. So it's getting a little out of control. And I've been waiting to get, you know what? We're just going to do that right now. I talked myself into it. All right. So I'll show you how to do this. So this is a great example. So I just copy and paste because I don't want to mess up things. So I copy the code and I paste it in here. You can't see it. Sorry, let me scooch that over. So I'm putting in /30 and I'm going to redeem that. So now the coupon is activated. So I can buy something and here it says, do the thing. So I want the large housing decoration carry all. I'm going to check the little box there that says 30% off by /30. So now see, it's giving me the good price. So large housing decoration carry all. Yes, that's what I want. And it'll say buy it for that much. Yes. And it goes ka-ching. So that should be now in my inventory. Kabam! Yay! All right, so we're going to just start slurping some stuff into there here in a little bit. But first, let's work on let's play with the this some more. So, okay, let's take a look at what we got. The current round is just ended. The quest for the treasure hunt where I could get more picks, that one is just like 2.5 minutes before I could do that one again. And then the next one where I could do the berries is like 4.5 minutes. So I got to wait a couple minutes before I can do those quests again. Sandy, have you done anything with the cat stitch yet? Let's see. A couple of things popped up here. Purchase a treasure pick. So every time you do one of the quests, those 2 on the thing, it's like, go purchase additional treasure picks in the Lotro store. I don't tend to do that, but I'll show you what I do. All right, we're going to leave the rich plugin up. Maybe I'll put it up here. Does that work for you guys? Can you see that all right? That way it's out of my way and you can still see it and it's not interfering with the extra life stuff. I'm going to leave the extra life stuff there just to make sure people remember to turn in their surveys. So sometimes what I do, and B4 started doing this and talked me into it, is, actually let me show you a bunch of things. This guy has dowsing gems, which you buy for 1 buried treasure token. Those are the tokens of the thing. Oh, your hands won't let you crochet anymore. Oh, that's so sad. We had another woman who ran into that. Although she's gotten to the point where her hands have, well, she had an injury and so she couldn't crochet, but it's gotten better and so she's been able to start crocheting again. But yeah, that's yeah. Well, I feel for you there. So, oh, Post Apocalyptica got the huge just a moment ago. That's awesome. So, well, if I do anything with the cat stitch, I'll try and remember to show you on stream. I think so. All right, so this guy has dowsing gems and maps to the treasure field if you wanted to like just port yourself here that you can buy for 1, which is kind of funny. And then you could get a trained cave claw cage for 5. So B4 thinks this is a good return on your investment, the cave claws, because if you search near the beginning of the round, usually you've got the best coffers available. So for example, when I was out there digging, I got the medium treasure cache and I got 2 buried treasure tokens. And I haven't even opened the medium. So let's open the medium and see what's inside. I got dows. Sure. I will take that. Oh, that's nice. Hey, I just noticed as I was hovering over it that you can disenchant it for tokens now. Ah, oh, that's so good because I have so many of those and all my characters have used them. So, okay, and then the large treasure cache, when I picked that up out of the ground, I got the large treasure cache, I got a treasure hunter pick, and I got 3 buried treasure tokens. And that's not even opening the cache. So if I open the cache, oh my gosh, how funny. I got counterfeit, which I can consume or turn it into 12 tokens. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So most of the time when you open the treasure caches, you don't get the goodies, you get all the other stuff, which is really funny. Okay, my quest reset. Let me go ahead and do the quest, and then we'll talk about the goodies you can buy and what comes out of the different chests. If that's easy for me to be able to tell. Let me do this quest real quick. Get his treasure picks. You can go to the store and buy more. No, thanks. Okay. And then in 52 seconds, we can start the cave claw one again, too. So, oh, just right. Sandy says your hands fall asleep if you hold things for too long. Books, everything. It sucks. Yeah. Oh, so I'm guessing something coming along there, pinching the nerves maybe or something. I was running into that with, like, my left side. If I lay down on my left side, my left arm would fall asleep. It was weird. Or if I'm laying there, like, looking at my phone or tablet or whatever, my left arm would fall asleep. Like, it's kind of... as I've been going through like physical therapy and everything, it's resettled. But yeah, that was weird. Oh, Friendly Psychopath asks, is there any news regarding the 2-factor authentication for accounts or for more security? I know, okay, so first of all, and before may have already mentioned this, I don't work for SSG, so I don't have any like insider knowledge or anything like that. However, yeah, I know that we were watching Court of the Rings at some point recently, I think, and he was talking about it's still in the plans and they still want to do it. So I know that they're working on it, or that's like, there's challenges. Like anytime you move one little bitty thing, it can mess up so many other things. I don't know if you've noticed, but after the patch that they just did, or not patch, the update, excuse me, that brought the new expansion, I have noticed that, for example, the opacity, oh, we're getting some lag, the opacity on my chat channels has like gone, like it's clear. So I like to keep, for example, I like to keep it dark like that. And then there's a high contrast on the words and I can read it really easily. But and so my opacity is set to like 82% or something. It's a pretty high number. Oh, I've got all my cave claws, all my berries. But it kind of seems to be resetting to like 0. So it's completely see-through, more like it is, behind like say your quests and things. but I don't want it to be completely clear. So all I do is I go in and I touch the thing and it resets it. It's really weird. So that, and then like, as I mentioned earlier, I noticed that like the frame around around my icons on my bar over here are like one side is cut off. So I think there's some little, things that occurred as a part of the expansion. Excuse me. So my guess is setting up the two-factor authentication. I know they're working on a new launcher, and their plan was like to put the two things together, the new launcher with the two-factor authentication. And so Severlin is the executive producer. So he's the guy in charge of Lotro, and he really wants to see it happen. He really wants the new launcher with the two-factor authentication. Like that's a big, like, priority for him. But it is a case of having to get it right, because getting it wrong doesn't help anybody. So I think that's probably what they're running into. Is they're probably like, they probably test it and go, oh, there's still problems. And then they, try to fix those problems, and then they test it and they probably have other problems. And, it's like trying to catch a squishy blob, and you're like, you squeeze it and it goes, because it pops out here and you're like, no, and you try to squeeze it and it pops out there, and, that kind of thing. So that's my guess, is they're trying to, play whack-a-mole with that. So hopefully that answers some of your question. Oh yeah, before points out that I saw on the forums that a lot of people are seeing the chat opacity setting is getting ignored. Just right, Sandy. Things to fix the hand falling asleep problem: lose weight, exercise more, fun stuff like that. That's great. Oh, friendly psychopath, or psychopath, yeah. So thanks for the info. I'm a new player, so maybe coming from a different angle than some of the population, since I also work in IT. Yep. Hoping they can get it. Legacy code can be hard. Yeah. You will have definitely, I think, insight then into understanding how Lotro works, because, in general, because the game itself is 17 years old. I don't know if you can see that little diamonds up at the top of the screen, which means some of this code is like 20 years old. So how to unweave something that is intrinsically woven in is can be a little crazy, as I'm sure you understand. Let's scooch just a little further this way. Let's see if my cave claw does anything good here. All right, what you got? What you got for me? A large. Well, we like larges. Now, when you dig, you aren't necessarily gonna get a treasure chest. Like in that case, I did not get a treasure chest. I got 2 picks. No, sorry, that's not right. Oh no, I did get a large treasure cache. I got a pick, 3 tokens, and a large cache. All right, let's open the large cache. I got, the treasure hunter's rucksack. It looks like this when you wear it. It's a cute little bitty backpack, and it dyes up really well. So for example, if I wanted it to match my outfit, I could dye it. Oh, I'm wearing like a turquoise or something, aren't I? I forgot I'm not wearing green. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. There we go. So I could dye it like a turquoise if I wanted it to match, or I could dye it like a black if I wanted it to be kind of, contrast color. Or we could see, I think white in this case looks a little gray, a little muted. Yeah, it's not quite me. It's okay. I was thinking something to match the flowers in my hair, but yeah. So it dyes up really well. It kind of has like it retains a little bit of the dusty coloring that it came with. Well, we're gonna pop that into the into my stuff here in a minute, in my cosmetics. So, but yeah. Yeah, friendly, yeah. As before points out, lots of players want two-factor authentication, so you're not alone with that. And the executive producer wants it. So, yeah, cool. So yeah, you want to invest a bit into your account without worries, but free to play is pretty good so far. Yeah, that's kind of what I recommend to people is like play it for a little bit and then see what do you like it? Is it, and then what I do is, yeah, I am a subscriber. I am a VIP. I do the yearly thing. So I just pay once a year and it covers the whole year, and I find that really handy. Um, because to me it's worth it. I'm happy to invest in this game that I enjoy. It's like, it takes the place of like me going to the movies or buying other things. I'm fine with that. Like I'm not a big clothing shopper or makeup shopper or anything like that. So I'm happy to put some of my expendable income or our household's expendable income towards investing in this game that I enjoy so much. So yeah, so nice. Hey, 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 everyone, says Megan. Hello, Megan. Welcome. Are you guys getting a glitch on the treasure event where a round doesn't start? We are not. We are definitely having rounds. In fact, a round just ended. Stick around for 10 seconds and it'll get started again. You've had that for a bit on Angmar. Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, we're definitely rolling through. Like a new round has just begun. I've done a little digging. I found a couple of cave claws or a couple of chests and stuff. I currently have 8 buried treasure tokens because I have found 3 chests so far. The first one gave an emote, the second one gave an emote, and the third one gave a cosmetic. So that's hilarious. Any mounts yet? No, I haven't gotten the huge. I haven't found the huge one yet. To be fair, I've only dug 3 times, I think. Yeah. So, so now looking at my Rich plugin, because I'm using the Rich plugin and I love it, you can see that I don't have any cave claws. Now I could go and spend some of my tokens and go get a cave claw. I have 3 dowsing gems and I have 17 picks. So sometimes, at this point, I'm just like, I'll just go digging. Okay, so this person released a cave claw from around here, and that was the best one it found in the area. So I can pretty much decide that all these others aren't going to be any better. Now, the round just ended, so this is not valid for anymore, but I can basically say, oh, okay, none of the rest of these are going to be the huge, because if it was the huge, they would have gone right to it, right? Because the huge is the biggest, and that would outrank anything else the cave claw might see. So sometimes when I have picks, but I don't have any cave claws, I'll be just like, I'll try and dig something, just for the heck of it, see what I get. So let's dig over here. Why not? Why not? I got 2 buried treasure tokens and a medium. All right, let's see what's in here. All right, so this time I got, oh, by the way, when I picked up the cache, I got a medium treasure cache, a trained cave claw cage, 2 buried treasure tokens. And then I opened that box and it gave me 8 buried treasure tokens. So that's pretty handy. So Pomela says last year towards the end of the buried treasure event, when there were less players per round, it would take a very long time to reset. And that was due to no one finding the huge chest. Aww. So yeah, so it's interesting because in situations like that, where you're just like grindy, grindy, grindy kind of thing, it makes you want to like be able to have a map and cross off where you've checked. Okay, that time I just got like a token, so that wasn't very exciting. Oh, actually, oh, it ended. Cool. No, it didn't. Oh, that person dug up that one. I think I'm just gonna hang out for a minute. So, yeah, Pomela's saying so. Maybe something like that is happening on Angmar. Let's see, Megan says people in World Chat were asking if the event is over because new dig sites wouldn't spawn and the round wouldn't restart. Now, has every single dig site been dug up? Because it would be really funny if there's like one left and it happens to be like where the huge is. That would be really wild. That would be funny. Now, another thing I've noticed is, so I don't know if y'all saw, but down here at the bottom of my screen, so like over there, it's showing me that there are layers, and after you get X number of people, I think it's like 50 or so, 25 or 50, it'll add a new layer. And so anybody new coming in will end up on a different layer. And so what I've discovered is if I stick around and I don't go anywhere, as people leave the layer, sometimes they're not added in, and so it gets less and less and less populated, which is kind of funny. So you'll end up with, yeah, hardly anybody here. But like you leave, just like go to Bree and then just come back. It'll stick you in the active layer, in the layer where they're currently shoving people in, and so then you might show up and there's like all these people that weren't there before, because as you leave and come back, you know, you'll get added to the current active layer. That's the way I'm guessing is how it works. I'm guessing that it has like a mechanism by which it's like, oh, okay, this is where we're adding people, and it throws people in that layer until it's full, and then it goes on to another one. And so this layer just like exists, and as people leave, I don't think it gets refilled. Now, if you have a like a fellowship, and one person is on a layer, you can medium, whatever. Hey, let's go douse. I'll show you how that works. We did this before, but so I click on the dig site, but I don't like double click, don't right click. But then I'm going to click on my dowsing gem. Okay, I'm not going to click on my dowsing gem because that'll be a waste of time, because the event round just ended. See, you really got to come over here, because I mean, like Megan, they're just like rounds are going. Megan says I'd really like to get a fun goat mount before the Moria expansion. Now you could go get rep with Thorns Hall. They have a goat that you can buy when you're max rep. Okay, so let's say I douse here. So I click on the dig site, but I don't double click on it. And then I do right click on the dowsing gem, and there we do the kind of searching thing. You're getting a slight reading. That means a medium box. So that's not necessarily worth my time, right? Yes, but that goat isn't cute. That's funny. I mean, okay, I kind of have my, my goats that I prefer over others, so I understand. All right, the new round is about to begin, so this thing is going to pop up again. All right, so let's douse it again and see if we get something better. Very weak reading. That means a small cache. Not even worth my time. Let's see what else we can find. Let's check this one out. Very weak. Bleh. Not useful. Now, if this person is letting out a cave claw... Oh no, they were just digging that site. Okay. Because sometimes it's worth to kind of keep an eye out. Because if somebody lets out a cave claw, then you know that the huge isn't there, or they're finding it. Like, those are kind of your two options. Slight reading. Golly, we're just not getting... Oh, hey, you know what? One of our quests reset. Let's go back and get some more stuff. Oh, anyway, so before was toying around with the idea of, is there a way to make a thing where you could, like, have the treasure map, and you could somehow, like, check off the ones that you've checked that round. So, yeah, in order to be like, okay, which ones am I missing? Like, where haven't I been? Oh, he's going to do... Oh, okay, cool. He's going to be playing around with that idea on his stream. Awesome. Which is right after mine, for those of you who don't know that. So, well, my stream, I go for like 2 hours and spend an hour. So I'll go for like another hour. And then before we'll stream for a couple hours, and he'll be working on yeah, like marking the nodes, Megan. Yes, I think that's, yeah, a good way to put it. So I'm really curious. I love the idea. I would love to see something that, even if it wasn't perfect, was like functional for being able to do something like that. Hey, talking about the goats, let's see if I can get into my collections panel without crashing the game. Awesome. Oh, that's not, I don't want pets, I want mounts. So let's see, of the mounts that I have, what goats do I have? Now you could ride a boar. You can ride boars in Moria. I have done that. It's hilarious when you're a hobbit riding a boar. It's just ridiculously insane, but it works. Let's see. I have the goat of the Moria Sentinel. That one's all right. I have, let's see, the fleet-footed goat's kind of cute. That one ain't bad. What other goats have I got? I guess I could type goat. Oh, really? I just have the two? Oh, that's so sad. All right, of the goats that exist. You know, oh, one of my favorites is the black one. The fireworks laden goat's also really cute. I like that one. I mean, it's not available here, but the goat of Arid Mithrin's kind of cute. Goat of Kept Promises. Which one? Oh, the goat of Winter Cheer. That you might get when Yule comes up next month. The Harvest Brew goat, though, that's the one you can get here. That was actually the very, very first mount that I earned. So the honey goat's cute, but we don't have that one yet. See, I like the prize nimble redhorn goat. Oh, you can get that from Iden Garrison Miners. So you can get that once we're in. The Thornshall goat ain't bad. He's got some blue and yellow stuff going on there. Those are my high school colors. It's kind of weird. Treasure laden goat, though. Oh, wait, was it the... No, it was the other one. It was the other one I showed. Oh, I do love that one. The Wild Mountain goat. I love the colors on his extra stuff. But the Windfells goat. That one's scary as stuff, isn't it? I love that one. Okay, so the cave claw's ready. So let's go ahead and knock that out real quick while we can. Oh, Megan says I'm from Arkansas, so I'd love to find a boar mount since we're the Razorbacks. Well, it was with one of the expansions. I don't know if it's still available, but you could check. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, yeah, you just started on Angmar, so yeah, we don't have mounts going back before when was the server open? Summer? Was it summer that we got Angmar and Mordor? I didn't actually track it as closely as I tracked Treebeard. Treebeard, I'm like, I had the date, I had the time, I was like on. Now, I did have this on my calendar, but I was like really on August 1st. Okay, thanks. Post-apocalyptica. So oh, speaking of, somebody just rode by on a goat. Epic Games TV says the best goats are in this event and the honey goat. In your opinion. Fair enough. All right, so we've got a cave claw. Let's go ahead and grab a couple extras. Oh yeah, so actually I was gonna do this. We'll do this first. Barter. Now, I'm not sure if it has it in any sort of collection. I should ask before to add that. That'd be kind of cool. Basically, and it's out on the wiki for sure. Oh, hey, here's the Harvest Brew goat. Look at that little cutie. That's a good one. Is it, let me see, is it the guy over here? Excuse me. All right, F10? Yes. Interact with person. Cannot. I wish to interact with you, thank you. Okay, so each of those caches has different things that might be in them. So like if you have a medium cache, these are the things you might find in it. You might find wooden cave claw mask, a treasure chest, which is a cosmetic item for your house, a dig site, which is also a cosmetic item for your house, the gold panning emote, the Dow's emote, the treasure hunter's satchel, or a domesticated cave claw, which is kind of like an emote. So it says the dwarves of Erdlun have spent days domesticating and training this cave claw. It only prefers to be above ground for a minute before it will burrow away again. This one you can buy for 5 of tokens from the event. What it does is you release it, it wanders around a little bit, and then it digs its way underground and it's gone. There's 6 different kinds. There's like the teal razorback, or there's 6 different kinds. And if you pet it, so like slash pet or hug, no, slash hug, if you hug it, it will count towards that deed that we saw earlier. Cave Claw Wrangler. So there's a harnessed cave claw, there's the tan back cave claw, there's the green beak cave claw, and so forth. So if you hug it, it'll be one of these 6. And that counts towards that deed. So a lot of times what you'll have is you'll have people who are like, when there's a bunch of people around, they'll buy one of these, they'll release it, and they'll be like, in the chat, they'll be like, hey, I just released a tan back cave claw, come hug it. And so that's what's going on with that. Okay, so those are the things you can get out of a medium box. Also, you might get tokens, or instead. Out of a large cache, you might get the Treasure Hunter's Pack, the Jeweler's Helm. This says Motes of Enchantment, but I'm not sure about that. Or the Gem Inspection emote. So those are things that could come out of the large. And out of the huge, you could get a trained cave claw yard item, a cave claw mask, rich. I don't know that all of these are in the box because I haven't actually gotten all of these, I don't think. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten a trained cave claw housing item. Ever. But anyway, so the Harvest Brew Goat, and the other, there's 3 mounts total for this treasure event. 3 or 4. And you can get them out of the huge, but you can't buy them. So that's why everybody wants the huge, because you want to get those mounts. Now, you can save up, and for 1,000, you could buy that Harvest Brew Goat back there. 1,000 tokens. Yeah. So anyway, so there's all those things that you can get that you can just, like, if you can't dig it up and find it, you can come and barter for it with tokens. Yeah, Megan says the honey goat is cute. I agree. I do like the honey goat. Whenever that comes around, I think like a whole bunch of us get on honey goats and we just ride them throughout the whole festival. And sometimes we put on like our honey, there's the honey cape and stuff, and just all honey it up. Super cute. So in general, so those are the kinds of things you can get for bartering. Some housing decorations, some emotes, some cosmetics. What else? Other things you can buy is there is the Tome of the blah 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 cave claw. So those are an actual pet. Those are the cosmetic pets, and those cost 500. So you can tell the difference between the one that you get temporarily and you want to hug it and then it disappears, versus the ones that are your longtime pet companion. I just want to point out right next to me is somebody who got the cave claw pony. So that's what that looks like, you know, up close. It's got like a little mask on top, and then it's got some decorations on its front feet there to make it look like a cave claw. Isn't that so funny? Oh, and it goes all the way across the back too. So yeah, that's one of the mounts that you can get from the huge treasure cache. What else have I missed here? There's 4 pages of stuff, so there's a lot. Oh, then you get us into, so the Hobnanigans stuff. A number of the Hobnanigans things have also been brought over to the buried treasure event. Megan, as Megan points out, also chickens. So yes, so now you can do the buried treasure event, get these buried treasure tokens, and use them to purchase chicken stuff. So Hobnanigans, you may also do it there, but you can't mix and match tokens, but you can, well, let me come back to that in a second. So for example, if I wanted to just buy a cosmetic pet, so Tome of the White Chicken, Red Chicken, Dorking Chicken, Scrapper Chicken, Blackfoot Chicken, and Orange Wyandotte Chicken. They get more expensive as you go up in rarity. So the white chicken is the least rare, and it only costs 150 tokens. The Orange Wyandotte costs 525 tokens. That's the most of the rare. You can also get those at Hobnanigans for Hobnanigans tokens. Or if you get the Hobnanigans chicken token, you can turn those in at Hobnanigans, but not here, for the same thing. Then we've got some of the Hobnanigans house decorating things, like the standing streamer, some of the Hobbit wagons, the colored ones, the broken one, all those. Then there's some recipes that came over from Hobbit, chicken wings, roasted coney on a stick, etc. Oliphant. Then there's like a banquet recipe. Those are also here. Those are also from Hobbit. The face painting stencils. So the way these stencils work, and it also is the same way for the carrying chickens, is it's not too expensive to buy what you're buying. So in this case, like face paint stencil flour costs 5 tokens. You use it, it puts a little flour on your cheek, and then it's good for a certain number of time or until you log out, something like that. And then it's gone. And it's gone. It's gone. But it starts a deed. And so when you use the, the stencil, it counts towards the deed. So you have to do it like, I don't know, 50 times or something in order to get the permanent skill. Because once you complete the deed, then you would get the permanent skill, and then you can just put it on any time. So you could do like 10 of them here and 10 of them via the Hobnanigans tokens, and that's totally fine. Like, it's not a problem because you're at that point just working on the deed. Every time Kato comes in now, I'm like, have you got a mouse? And sometimes when she goes out, I'm like, no mice. I'm like, anyway, so that's how the stencils work, is you're buying just one and it lasts until it doesn't, and then it's gone and you have to buy another one or apply a new one. Same things with the carrying chickens. These cost 5 Hobnanigans tokens, and you get a carrying chicken that you can use. You have a little induction bar, and then you click, stop doing that, and it goes away, and then so you'd have to do it again in order to have it come back again. And also that counts towards the deed, in which you would get a permanent one. So yeah, you can do it with these, you can do it with Hobnanigans tokens, you're working towards the deed, it's all fine. Those are also increasing in cost, but it's a little bit better, the carrying chickens. To buy one white one is 5, red is 6, Dorking is 7, Scrapper is 8, Blackfoot is 9, and Orange Wyandotte is 10. And you just walk around carrying a chicken until you're like, stop carrying a chicken. So those are the kinds of things that you can barter for using your tokens, which then kind of helps explain why you might, for example, consider coming to this guy and being like, hey, I'm going to spend my 5 precious tokens to buy a trained cave claw cage. I'm just going to go ahead and spend down until I only have 1, because I would rather have a cave claw helping me find that huge treasure cache than have the tokens to be able to buy the one mount that's available, as opposed to the others 3 or 4 that I could find in the treasure cache itself. So, plus, you're getting the fun and excitement of playing with treasure caches, hopefully. So sometimes I like to come up here, and you'll notice a lot of other people like to come here. Now, the round has been going for a minute, so this is probably not my best choice, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. Why not? We got a large. Hey, that wasn't bad. I am surprised that we still had some good stuff. We'll go ahead and open that. And I got a treasure hunter's pack. So I got this thing. It's ridiculously huge. You can dye it the gemstones. Oh no, the leather changes color. So like that. So you can dye there. The green gemstones stay the same. Oh, we have a new round. It's about to begin. So let's drop another cave claw here. This is the time to do it. Let's get rid of that. All right, what we got? A large. All right. I am like so amused at how many emotes and things we're getting. Emotes and cosmetics. Usually it takes forever for me to get any of those, and now we're just getting them. Oh, before I was saying, it's possible that they've increased the drop rate of this sort of thing now that they've turned them into, now that they're disenchantable. So what he's saying is before, so if I hover over counterfeit here, this counterfeit that I just got, I already have it. Like my character found this earlier and I've already consumed this, so I have this ability already. But now, so it used to be it would just sit in your inventory. It did become bound to account. I'm not sure if it was that way at the beginning. So what I would do is I would, go to my shared storage and I would just start shoving them into, my shared storage. And then as my other characters come on, I'd be like, here, have a thing. But then eventually I had so many emotes and so many characters, and all my characters already have the emotes. And I'm like, all right, I still have all these left over. What am I going to do? So yeah, now they've changed it so you can disenchant them, which is like, so much better. Oh, hey, my quest reset. Let's talk to this guy and get some more stuff. So he's like, hey, you got to go talk to the guy down the hill. I'm like, okay, fine. But you know what? We have set our campfire to there. So Megan has also gotten tons of emotes. Yeah, so I am guessing that that's what's going on, is they maybe increase the drop rate of those as to help people get more tokens quicker. So that's nice. Plus, then they're not just sitting in my inventory being like obnoxious and stuff.
Yeah, if it didn't have the emote,
Oh.
rather have the emote and the tokens.
Yeah, exactly. As before is saying over here, if I don't have the emote, I'd rather have the emote than the tokens. But if I already have the emote, then there's, like, it's just, I hate dragging it off and throwing it away. Like, that just seems a waste, right? So, yeah. Oh, before points out that when he drops a cave claw and it finds a large, I rarely drop a second to see if there are more than one large. Yeah, I figure what I'm looking for is the huge. Like, that's my goal, right? So I want to drop a cave claw, see is there a huge in my area, and if not, somebody else is probably dropping a cave claw also in one of the best, the good. There's like a bunch of, I would say like a half a dozen, areas where there's like a good number of them right next to you there. So my guess is the cat spawned up. We kind of speculate. Sorry, she's cracking me up. She just like came running down the stairs, running through the room. She's a small cat, and she just jumped up on the cat tower, and the cat tower tower is made of like scratching posts. So she's like, bah, scratch, scratch, scratch. She's being terribly silly. And zoom. So, oh goodness, she's crazy sometimes. She's funny. Anyway, so my goal is get the huge, right? And so if I drop a cave claw and it doesn't find the huge, I'm going to assume that somebody else is probably doing the same and they're about to find it. So if I'm able to be patient, a lot of times I'll just chill and just wait for, let me grab that, wait for the next round to begin. Because like we just saw, the next round just started. But I am on the hunt for berries. Apparently, so are others. Where are the berries? There we go. They do respawn, which is nice. It just takes a moment sometimes. Berry, berry, bowberry. There's one. This is why I decided that I am happy with having my campfire set to that spot, because like I'm out here looking for berries and I can be out far, far away. This is really weird. Usually there's more berries than this. I could be far, far away and just bit myself back really fast. So I don't mind looking at the back for berries. I need 2 more. Sometimes there's some up here. Like there's some usually around here. And then there's like 2 or 3 back here. What's going on? Where are they? That's really weird. Like, it could be that a whole bunch of people all at the same time are doing this quest, but that doesn't usually happen. Like, usually there's like one or two of you that are doing it at the same time, maybe sometimes three, maybe four, but you don't normally have like that many people doing it all at once. My chatty dropped, but I think it's back. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to turn in the Cave Claw quest. Excuse me. Now, if you are doing this event, the two NPCs you interact with regularly because of the resetting quests are this guy over here, Alduf, and the Cave Claw over here. So it is polite that once you have interacted with them to, you know, step out of the way. And then if you're just hanging out and waiting, step out of the way. So I just point that out in case you hadn't already known that. Oh, I love how it looks like it's dropping coins. I don't know if you've seen that before. So watch this guy. When he rides away, it looks like it's dropping coins. I have tried picking them up. You can't. Just FYI. All right, we're 2 minutes into this round, and nobody's found the good one yet. Let's see. She's putting down a cave claw and didn't dig it up, so that was a bust, is my guess. Now, how are we doing over here? There's a couple of people standing around. No, okay. Oh, he's collecting berries. Well, you know, let's go ahead and drop a cave claw here, just in case somebody hasn't in this area. Medium. Okay, well, so not ideal. Man, wouldn't it be cool if it just stayed looking like that? Like through the rest of the round? There we go. Round finally ended. I was thinking we're getting a little lag there. Hopefully we're not getting the lag that you were getting over on Angmar. How interesting. That item no longer exists. Yeah, something a little wonky. A new round has begun. Okay. Well, let me scooch a little further afield. We'll draw a cave claw here. All right, well, I did end up opening that box. It did give me credit for that. Medium. Still going to dig it up, though. Because, you know, I'm still looking for emotes and stuff. But that just gave me two tokens. Not even a cave claw. Well, let's see what else we got. So sometimes at this point, I'm like, well, is there somewhere else I can go? So she's digging stuff up. Did anybody put a cave claw over there? So what I think about is, like, if I'm standing here, my cave claw probably saw like this one, this one, this one, the one I'm at. If I was over here, probably saw that one. But like maybe that one, but probably not that one. So sometimes I'm like, well, you know, let's try to catch those outer edge ones and see how we did, you know. So that gave me, what happened? A cave claw cage and 1 token. All right. I've seen worse. So this looks like a pretty rich area, right? Like we've got this one, this one, this one, that one up the hill. I'll give that a go. A couple over here. A huge, haha, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. And the round ends. So let's see what we got. We got 12 tokens. Bleh. No mounts. No cave claws. That's funny. Hey, but we could go buy, like, you know, 2 more cave claws. All right. Well, that wasn't bad. We could try this spot again. Why not? And yeah, so we were within range of this one up the hill. That's nice. But it's only a medium. That's less nice. Wah, wah. I got a pick, 2 tokens, and a cave claw mask out of the box. Yeah. All right, let's go over here and dig up something. Cause I got 18 picks. Why not? I got a dowsing gem and 2 tokens. I'm looking at my general output. It tells me what I got. Maybe we'll douse. Very weak. Nah. What you got? Very weak. Nope. Not interested. There's a bunch of spots up here though, and I'm not sure anybody's put a cave claw down. Alright, we'll be suckers and do it. Small. Did I not get far enough? No, it was the further one. Bunch of smalls in a row there. I got a pick and a token. Not fantastic. Another place that I like is down here because there's like a bunch of them kind of near each other. So sometimes, I think there was like 1 or 2 in this area maybe. So sometimes I'll drop a cave claw somewhere around there. But like the one up the hill up there is, I think, always out of range. So sometimes I'll just come up and douse it separately. Very weak. That's a small. Well. Let's see. There's also these 2 down here, which, like, you can drop a cave claw around this area, I think, and that'll catch them. Steampunk Monk, hello! Asks, how long is this event on for? A small. We're going to dig it up since we wasted a cave claw on it. Sure. I usually go to the Lotro schedule to check those things out. So let me pull it up real quick. But I think it's at 3 o'clock overnight tonight. The public, if you just type in Lotro and then schedule in your like favorite browser window, it almost always comes up. So yeah, it says the buried treasure event goes through November 13th at 3 a.m. So basically that means overnight when the server resets. So the 12th is your last full day. That's the way to read that, which would be today. So yeah, I mean, now this is my first day on the treasure event with this character, and I'm going to pull up my stats because I'm using the plugin, using the rich plugin. So my selected character versus all characters. So that's kind of funny because it's going to be the same data across both of them right now. The shortest round this character has participated in was 19 seconds. Total rounds have been 25. I've done 25 total rounds. 26. The longest round was 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Here, let's go get set up, speaking of rounds. Because if this round just ended, is anybody up top? Oh yeah, somebody's already there. Okay, we'll do the down here then. We'll take this spot down here. People are generally pretty good about not like being on top of each other, which is nice. I appreciate that. Let's see, where's good? We'll go back. No, we'll go this way a little bit. Okay, see if I can catch the couple there as well. All right, what'd you find, buddy? Medium. Oh, well. And we didn't even get a box out of that. We just got a pick and 2 tokens. So I think it's time to go back and get some more cave claws because we are out. Is it worth it for a new character to do something in the event? I think so. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. If you can find those huge treasure caches, and we've been talking about some strategies on how to do that, then I think it's worth it because there's 3 different mounts that you can get. We'll pull that up here in a second. 4, 5. Okay, I pulled up some cave claws. Yeah, let's look at not goats, but so there's the treasure laden goat, that you can earn in this event. The treasure laden pony, and then there's the cave claw masked pony or horse if you're a tall person. And then if you have enough tokens, you can buy the Harvest Brew goat, but that's 1,000. That takes a little while. So 4. 3 that you can earn through the large cash and 1 that you can buy. Or huge cash, excuse me. 3 through the huge cash and... Oh, 5? What did I miss? Because there's the Harvest Brew that you can buy. And then there's the 2 treasure and the 1 cave. Yeah?
One of them you can't buy.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't buy these. You can't buy the treasure-laden goat. And you can't buy the treasure-laden pony. And you can't buy the cave claw mount. So you have to find the mounts. Yes. Steampunk Monk says, oh, we have to find the mounts. I thought it was only buying them. 1 you can buy, 3 you can find. So 4 in total. Yeah, Epic Games has the Harvest Brew pony. Oh, did you find it in a box? The Harvest Brew? 2 you can buy. Which 2? Let's see. I thought you could only buy the pony and goat. There's the Harvest Brew goat, which is that guy there. And you can buy for 1,000. The Harvest... Okay, hang on. The Harvest Brew pony... Available in the Harvest Math Festival for Mithril Coins? That one? No, that can't be right. Harvest Math Pony. Available in the Vulture Store. Epic Games is saying the Harvest Brew Pony is available for 1,000 also. I didn't see it when I was... Oh, but hang on. I got stuff to collect. At any rate, there's ponies... There's things... Mounts you can buy and mounts you can win. So that's basically why most of us do the treasure stuff. Because we want the mounts. But you can also get cosmetics, which I have gotten a few. Like this backpack and this backpack. And you can also get a silly mask of the cave claw. And you can get some housing decoration items and emotes. You can also get some emotes. Words are hard. The Harvest Brew pony. You were saying? Yeah. We'll go back and look. We can look for that again. But I thought I looked through the list and didn't see it. I thought I only saw 1. But yeah, it's possible I missed it. Oh, you accidentally bought the pony when you wanted the goat. Oh. Well, then I'll definitely take your word for it. We found a small dig site. Wah, wah. Let's keep moving on. I don't feel like this is awesome. Let's just dig this one. Before it's got some more data. Yeah, oh, that was a question I was going to ask you, honey. Would it be possible... Oh, dang it. I can't do that right now. That's fine. Would it be possible in the barter thing, in the rich plugin, to be able to sort them by what you can find in the different caches?
Yes.
So, it was a thought I had.
The answer is yes.
And would it tell you such things when you open the plugin?
If one did that, then yeah.
If one did that, yes. Okay. All right, let's see what we found. Small. Man, I am just like hitting the wrong areas. All right, let's go somewhere else. Although, wouldn't it be funny if the huge is like right around the corner and I just didn't catch it? That would be so funny. All right, let's try maybe around here. No, not feeling it. I think somebody did up here, but we're gonna try it anyway. We're the king of the smalls right now. Hey, medium. We're moving up in the world. Man, it would be so cool if the dig sites just stayed blobbed like that. I don't know. I don't know though, like, would that be useful? No, I'm not sure if it would be. If like there was a visual, you know what I mean? We're just gonna dig. Why not? Oh, I got 2 smalls. We could go ahead and open those, see what we get. We got 4 tokens and 4 tokens. Yeah, that's all right. So before has been playing around with Titan Bar, which is this cool thing up here at the top. Oh, sorry. Oh, Prime Bar. Never mind. I thought you were talking about Titan Bar. The Epic Games was asking about, can B4 add treasure tokens to the Prime Bar? Maybe you're thinking of the Titan Bar, which is up here at the top, which I love. It's one of my favorite plugins. So B4's been playing around with making a patch for Titan Bar. Okay, yeah, so it was what you're thinking of. To change the currencies, because right now Titan Bar isn't being maintained by anybody. So anytime we have a new currency, it's not being added to Titan Bar, to the available options for display. So before has been playing around with some ability for it to do such things. So yeah, being able to add these tokens would be kind of fun. Yeah, Palmella, my worst fear when I'm doing this event is that the huge one is right next to the one that I choose. Well, that's why I try to just do the cave claw thing, like before suggests. But I get like bored and I start digging around. Or sometimes I'm like, hey, look at all these treasure picks I've got. I'll just start digging. Rah, and then I get a bunch of smalls, you know. As you have seen. But hey, let's go pick some berries. That'll keep us entertained for a minute. So ideally, what you do is you like, the event begins, you drop a cave claw, and then you go do something else until the round ends. That's what the smart person does. That's the wise digger.
Only on populated servers.
That's true. If it's a less populated server, it is harder to wait because then there's not as many people. But yeah. V4 points out that treasure picks are not a renewable resource. Palmella, I have no strategy at all. Well, I'm trying to give a strategy here. Okay, so we're going to move away from this person and let them have that space. And that person's running away. So we're going to take this space over here because this isn't a bad one. So I'm going to wait. The round's going to begin. And then I don't have a visual cue on where to stand here. I do on the top. But let me move over just a little bit from this one. Okay, I'm going to drop a cave claw. And we're going to follow him up to here and to the large. See, that was worth it. So that gave me 3 tokens, the cash, and a dowsing gem. And when I open it, I got another 9 tokens. So I got 12 tokens from that one cave claw. And that cave claw cost me 5. So if I'm smart, I will stop. Wait for the next round. That's how I should do it. Because I spent 5 on the cave claw. And I got 12. So I got a good return on my investment there. So that's what you should do. If you want to have the highest like success rating versus actions. So, you know, it's where you like, oh, well, I thought I'd dig up for a second there. It's probably be like, that doesn't exist anymore. So that's why you, like, open something else in another browser window. That sort of thing. Find something else to do while you're waiting for the round. Okay, so now we're going to do this again. Right? So we're here. We're going to drop our cave claw. Interesting. And it's a large. All right, I can work with that. Skakosi says, never enough cave claws. So what I should do is just stand here and wait. We'll see. Yes, you could buy picks from the Lotro store, but that would cost like Lotro points and stuff, and I don't find that needed. I don't do that. Viper says, I have been getting stupid cave claws that only find small. Well, the funny thing is, if you stay where you are, like, the odds are eventually the larges and the huge will eventually come around. So you can, like, if you're doing this sort of strategy where you just kind of, pull up a lawn chair and hang out. So that large treasure cache that I got, it also gave me 3 buried treasure tokens, and when I opened it, I had 12 inside. So that gave me 15, which is, I could go buy 3 cave claws if I wanted to. But I know from where I'm standing, everything that cave claw could see, none of those are the huge, because it found the large. It found a large. Now, there could be one up there. So, sure, let's go do it. Oh, is that person? No, they're looking for berries. Cool. We'll see what this one is. That one gave me a dowsing gem and 3 tokens and no boxes. So that was not the huge. So B4 points out that you mostly get picks from the 15-minute cooldown quests. So he treats them as precious. Anytime I can prevent myself from using a pick on a small, I count that as a win. Use dowsing gems and cave claws. Dowsing gems and cave claws for the wins. Megan asks, how many sites can the cave claw detect? No, it's a range. Yeah, this pick stacked to 50. Yeah. So from here, it should see everything within, so like that is 18 meters away. That one is 23 meters away. A small within 20. Before says within 20 meters is what's what we know. Oh, okay, and B4 says that in essence then basically maxes out to 8 based on the dig site density, because there's never more than 8 dig sites within a 20-meter radius. He's been mapping it out. So I will definitely believe that he's got some good data on that from so far, what he's found so far. It says the current round is 15 seconds in, but I don't see any dig sites. So I'm going to wait to release my cave claw because I'm guessing something glitched out. Let's open up my thing. I got 4 tokens. That's cool. Let's see. The treasure hunt quest resets in 3 minutes, so we'll hang on there. Looks like there might be some lag talk in the world chat too. So, oh, somebody waved at me. Oops. Hi. Wherever you are. Nope. Oh well. Oops. That's interesting. Yeah, the round's gonna keep going if there's no spots to dig up. Steampunk Monk asks, how do you get more picks? There are 2 quests. I would also suggest going back to the beginning of this video because we did go over a lot of this before, but I'm happy to show you again. But there are 2 quests that you can do down here at the base camp. One, after you've done the initiation. You have to start by doing an initiation where you kind of run back and forth and do some stuff. But after that's all done, down here at the training grounds area, There's two rings. You see one on Aldulf, the dwarf over here, and then over here we have a cave claw that guy is almost standing on. There you go, and he's also got a ring over his head. Each of those two has a quest, and one quest will give you treasure picks, and if I remember right, I was gonna say one gives you treasure picks, and the other one gives you treasure picks and a dowsing gem and a cave claw. It could be they both give you a little bit of both. At any rate, it's definitely worth doing their two quests over and over again. And they reset, they come up every 15 minutes. So sometimes what I'll do is, like, especially at the beginning of the event, is I might just pop a character here and just like every 15 minutes come in, do the two quests, and then go like do the dishes or whatever. And then, come in 15 minutes later, do the two quests, go start dinner, So like I just kind of accumulate a bunch just by chilling out, and like maybe I've got other things I need to do on my computer or whatever. So sometimes I'll stockpile like that. In this case, I'm not doing that. I am a little bit. I currently have 9 picks and 4 dowsing gems and 3 cave claw cages. The cave claws, though, you can spend event tokens to buy more of those cave claws. And I will do that. Because I find that I go through those faster than I go through the picks. So but the other things I don't buy. You can buy more picks in the Lotro store, but I don't do that. I just stick with what I got. So the treasure hunt quest, the one with Aldulf here, is going to reset in 22 seconds. I'm using a plugin, Steampunk Monk, that helps keep track of when these two quests are resetting. That helps me not have to come back and look and be like, how soon, how soon, how soon? Because you can click on it and it'll tell you there also 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. But the plugin I've got over here tells me that information. So this quest, I pick up from him, I go over to this guy, I turn it in, and that gives me 2 picks. And they also want me to go to the Lotro store and buy more, but I'm going to say no thanks. Yeah, so the Cave Claw quest. Okay, so that guy gives you 2 picks, and the other one, this one, which resets in 6 minutes and 43 seconds, gives me picks, Cave Claws, and dowsing gems. So it's a nice blend of things. I'm going to run out here and see if there's any locations, because if not, what I might do is go away and come back and see if that reset puts me on a different layer or something. Telerian says that unfortunately, rich is broken in German. Dum dum dum. The pickaxes got renamed. Oh. And the plugin is dependent on the name of the item. All right, so since we're seeing some weirdness going on out there, I'm going to do our little trick, which is I'm going to go somewhere. I'm going to go away. And then, so I'm out here chilling, Kellendim. It's lovely. Fishing's good. We have our regular stable master here. And as mentioned, we have a festival stable master here. So let's go back to the treasure camp and see if we end up on a different layer or if something happens there. Let's see. All right. So, oh, I should have looked at some of the names that were here at the base camp and see if that changed when I went away. Oh well, no big deal. Now, if the round ended while I was gone, the plugin doesn't know that because the plugin is dependent on what shows up in the general chat, and that's a local, regional something. So it's not going to be able to tell if I'm not in the area, it's not going to show up in my chat. So it's not going to know that like a round ended if that happened while I was gone. Slight reading. That's a medium. Hey, there's a deer in the tree. Sometimes that happens here. Maybe the digging scares them. I don't know. We're going to douse a little bit. Dowsing. Very weak. Nope. Not interested. Okay, fine. Yeah, if there was a way that I could mark, like, I doused this and this is what I got. Like, that would be really cool. All right, we'll drop a cave claw here. Let's see what we can get. Because I think this round is wonky. We got medium. Medium might give me something. Let's see, we got a trained cave claw. That's handy. And I got 2 tokens, and I got a box. We'll open the box here in a minute. So I'm probably going to wrap up in not too long. So after me is before... Oh, there we go. The round finally ended. Yay. Let's open this. So we got... We got 8 tokens. So we're up to 85 tokens already, which is nice. I just heard Kato go ka-thump. And she's climbing her way down the cat tree. Oh, the round started. Hello. Wake up. All right, we'll drop a cave claw. A small. Let's go somewhere else then. I might do another one because there aren't a lot of people here. So the odds of somebody also having put one down here, it's possible, but you know, it's also possible they didn't. Hi. There's a large. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Hi, baby. We have a Kato on the desk. I got a large, and it gave me 3 tokens, and no box. That's sad. So sad. Exactly. All right, that cave. Oh no, that's their pet. Okay, that didn't count. Yeah, we'll try like here, and then we're out of cave claws. But the berry resets. The berry thing resets in like a minute. So another small. All right. I am a sucker. I'm gonna dig it up, and I got a token. Wee! Hi. What you doing? So yeah. So anyway, so I'm gonna wrap up here and not too terribly long. And after me, I'll probably be going home mountless. So sad. But I never know. Maybe I'll keep at this while he's streaming. Just do my thing where like every 15 minutes, just like boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, Telerian is pointing out that he noticed the number of pickaxes displayed in the rich plugin is wrong if you have more than one stack. Which often can happen if you're stockpiling, especially. I appreciate you wanting to come and lay down on my lap, but if I'm done streaming in like 10 minutes here, Kat, then I'm going to get up and go to the kitchen. We had a bunch of onions and some of them, something was going wrong. So I like dumped them all out and tried to find the bad ones and ended up taking a bunch of the good ones and cooking them up in the crock pot with a recipe that I found where you just basically stick them in the crock pot, little oil, little salt, and let them sit for like 10 hours on slow cook, and it caramelizes them. So that was nice. But now I have this like huge container of caramelized onions in the fridge that are slowly going bad. So I'm like, well, I really got to come up with a plan to use those. So that's going to be that's on my to-do list tonight. And of course the cat comes and lays down on my lap right now. You are so funny. You could have been doing this the whole time. You are unlike the guy on Dropout. You have not been here the whole time. Where are the berries? Berries are in short supply. Here we go. There's a berries. Um, anyway, so yeah, so this is going on through the rest of today. Today is the last day of this particular event, but it's not like a regular festival where you've got like a wrapper and you do that and you do it so many days and then you get stuff and things like that. It's not like that. It's just it's very at the moment what you're doing, do the thing, wander off, whatever. It's no big deal. All right. Oh, I need one more. One more berries. See, this is what I was talking about. Remember when I was saying there's like normally like three or something of them up here? That's why. I'm like, yeah, where are all the berries gone? So, anyway, yeah, it's a fun little event. The fun thing too about this that I find is that I can, at the end of the event, I'll just plop any extra materials that I have into my shared storage and well, sorry, into my character storage. The things that we have, these cave claws, these dowsing gems, all of that, they are bound to character. Um, when they first came out with the mounts that you could find in the boxes, those were also bound to character. So you basically had to come in and play with every single character that you wanted to potentially find a mount. You needed to come in and do that. You needed to play the event with each of your characters. So that was a little, disheartening because um, that could be a lot of, like, I basically started, I would have a character do the two quests at base camp, alt to the next character, do the quest, alt to the next character, do the quest, alt to the next character, do the quest. And then by the time I was back to the first character, it had been 15 minutes. So that's a lot of fussing about and being silly, right? It felt like it. It felt very silly. Um, oh, sure, let's try in here. Why not? Thankfully now the emotes and the mounts, if you find them, if you get lucky enough to find them, are account bound. So you can maybe get one on one character. So you can basically run one character through this event. Just zoom, 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 keep going with the same character over, over, over. And uh, and then if you get more mounts, you can share the wealth with your other characters. So that's nice. Because that, as I said, was not originally the way. Oh, dig away. That was a small. Okay. Yeah, and now that the emotes are tradable for tokens, that's lovely also. That's really handy. So, go. She sounds like she's snoring. How funny. This cat on my lap. Areg OG says, hello there. I want to test Lotro. Can I do the game solo, or is a lot of the content hard enough that you need a group? I would say you can do a lot of solo play in Lotro. When the game originally came out, 17 years ago, I mean, it was a different world, really. It was a different place. It was a different time. But basically, there was a lot of grouping up. There's a lot more group content. Okay, hi, honey. There was a lot of grinding. And that is not the case anymore. They've gone and kind of retooled it over the years to make it a lot more solo player friendly. So I would say you can definitely do a lot of the game solo if you want to. I personally enjoy playing with other people, and so I will seek out that experience. What are you doing? Sorry, the cat's over here making funny noises. Sound like you were clawing on something, you goof. Anyway, so yeah, you can totally solo the game, and you can play the game free to play, and a lot of the game is open to you as a free to play player, so you don't even need to pay anything to play. Now, I personally am a VIP. I am a subscriber to the game, and I find that it's worth it for me because there's some quality of life things, some perks and stuff that I enjoy. I could absolutely play the game without those things, and I do like if I have an alt account or something like that. Like sometimes I'll do music stuff or other things where I want other characters there with me, and so I have second and third accounts and so forth, and those characters are all free to play accounts, and so you absolutely can do free to play and do a lot of the things you want to do. It just yeah, it just changes some of the ways in which you manage your game. For example, as a VIP, I have access to my mailbox anywhere, so I can read my mail from anywhere I go. Um, I I have access to the wardrobe from anywhere, which is useful for me because I'm constantly putting stuff in and out of my wardrobe or playing around with that. I also have access to like my vault or the shared storage while I'm out in the world. Um, I find that, no, don't play with that plastic bag, silly cat. So I find those sorts of things handy. But you can very easily find like a mailbox um, to check your mail. They have them scattered throughout all sorts of places, things like that. So, and you can find a vault keeper. You can find all those things in the towns and stuff. So you have access to all those things all the time. You don't have to be VIP to access that sort of stuff. Hamshank says, I made the horrible mistake on Treebeard last year getting every item from the vendor and caches. That's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't really, I don't wear the cave claw masks, really. That's not, I don't, but I find that I don't really do a lot with the masks with my characters. I tend to keep their head open. Don't do a lot of the, you know, like when you watch movies and like the main characters are in like some massive battle and everybody's in full armor and they don't even have a helmet on. Like that's my character. That's what I do. Yeah, so Ginger points out that I play solo most of the time and I have level 150 characters. So yeah, you absolutely can play solo. You don't need to have other people to play with. Now, if you get into a situation where you're like, I don't know, having trouble with a dungeon, or you want to go do a dungeon and it really works better with more people, there is um, a channel system, in the chat. There's like world chat. There's also LFF, which is looking for fellowship. And you can just type in LFF and be like, hey, I want to go do this thing. Is there anybody else who wants to do this thing with me? And you can find people that way to go and do stuff, which is nice. A lot of people will join kinships, and kinships are nice because then you have other people to hang out with and talk to and support and get advice, especially when you're new to the game. Having other people who can help you out is kind of nice. For example, a little trick tip here. Like if I wanted to click on this cave claw and I was having a hard time because this person left their character standing on top of it, F10 will click on the nearest NPC, and then now this is the default setting. You can change these key bindings, and then Shift F10 will cycle to the next NPC that it can find. So that can be a way to click on some of these quest givers when you have somebody standing on them. Oh, oh, oh! I gotta go hug this guy. Excuse me, excuse me. Slash hug. There we go. I have hugged a domesticated tan-back cave claw. That's not it. So let's look at our things. Yay! So you can see in my deed stuff, it says hug your tan-back cave claw. Wasn't mine, it was somebody else's. But thanks for whoever did that. That's really awesome. Hooray! I'm not sure who set that cave claw out, but that is great. Thanks, fellow player. Which means I wonder if they're doing more. Might stick around just in case somebody's dropping those. Oh, I think there is like maybe a cooldown period on that. So keep an eye out. Yeah, this person's doing it. All right, we're gonna hug this one too. We're all hugging. Yay. Thanks, person. Very happy for that. All right, so let's see. Last things to remember before I head out. um, this event is going on through today. The next event, let's take a look at the schedule. We were just looking at that before. Buried treasure event. Oh, legendary item reward track. For those of you who are not on Angmar or Mordor, the legendary item reward track ends Wednesday. Wait, the new one begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. So if you have anything left on your reward track, make sure you go and pull that off today, I guess, really. Because the days are running short. So we can't see it here, but that's where I would look if I was on a server where I had a character that was earning items on the reward track. We're getting Moria soon here on Angmar and Mordor, so I will be participating in that the next round. So that'll be cool. Let's see, Rowan Raspberry should be arriving this week, so you can go and spend. So if you want to talk to, who's it, Filbert Fig, I think, who's there right now. So if you have anything here, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and hop over to Lalia's Market and see who's there. I think it's Filbert Fig, though. Oh, Fidge. Well, it's a pink beak. I already saw that one. Okay. That's okay. We'll come back. I'll be back. Yeah, so if you want to spend any Figments of Splendor to get some goodies, now's the chance. Now's a good time to do that. Let's see what we got here. XP Boost, Loot Box Ember, blah, blah, blah. Treebeard is going up on the 4th of December to 105. Yeah, it's Filbert Fig right now, who's here. So he has, oh, let's see, what's he got? He's got some birder outfit stuff, so which looks like this. That's new. And then horse archery outfit. I think that's new. I don't recognize that one. So there you go. And then some dwarf stuff, more dwarf stuff, lots of dwarf stuff. A bird cage, some new housing items. Bird cage is a big one, a small one, a potted palm, etc. For me, it's usually about the mounts and the cosmetic pets. So the horse archer steed, the steed of the unearthed kingdom. And then we've got some other goodies. Oh, the shoe emote, like shoo, shoo. That one is available from this guy also right now. So yeah, if you were looking to get any of those things, now's your chance to get that because he will leave around the time that Rowan Raspberry arrives. So that's something to keep in mind. Hobnanigans, beginning of next month, first weekend of the month. Yuletide Festival arrives on December 12th, so a month from today. And then the Curator returns on the 19th of December. So, begin stocking up on your Figments of Splendor for that when that comes around. I'm going to run back to the treasure hunt, though, because I can do the berry quest here in a minute and a half. That's worth sticking around for. Oh, Hamshank says the reward track says 1 day with 20 hours. Okay, well, if that's what it says, then maybe they adjusted it and it's not been adjusted on the online thing. Well, let's see. 10 a.m. Well, hang on. That might be right. No. 10 a.m. is 10 plus 6 is 4 p.m. our time. So it'd be 4 p.m. tomorrow, which is less than 24 hours from now. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I would say grab your stuff just to be sure, you know what I mean? You don't want to miss out. That would be a bummer. Also, there's always the chance like something could happen, you know, like I don't know, a an electrical outage and the servers are down or your computers are down or whatever. So yeah, it's not worth taking the chance if you have stuff on the reward track, you know, pull it off early. If you are concerned about if there's anything on there that you want. I am, let's see, we got up to 100 over on Treebeard. So I got the unwelcome mat. So that's really cool. Um, and what else? I got to 25 or 50 over on Laurelin, but I still got to pull those boxes off. So I got to go do that. So I'll be doing that today. All right, off we go. Berry time. Do, 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 do. Um, Post-apocalyptic says the cask-laden donkey is nice too. Yeah, I think. Oh, you know what? I keep getting confused on which characters I've done this on now at this point because on Treebeard, my main is like my completionist character, and so I have been doing like everything on that character, and so she has all the mounts, all the like everything, right? As we've gone through, but now I'm over here on Mordor, and I'm not doing completionist stuff. I'm just kind of wandering through. But I'm like, well, I should get her the things that I don't already have, so I'm kind of working on that. And yeah, it's kind of so I'm like, wait, does she have that? Does she not have that? How long has she been around? Like it's yeah, I forget what I have and what I don't have. But I don't think she has the cast laden donkey on this character, but I'm pretty sure Rosenbloom over on Treebeard does. Where am I going? Campfire. Talarian points out, okay, so Megan asks, are there any books or epics we need to complete before Moria? And Talarian points out that Moria will allow a direct start of the epic. So there are some points in the epic chain of epic books that you can follow that you can jump in at that point. And Moria is one of those onboarding spots, I feel like. Oh, right, I was watching to see if those other folks were still dropping cave claws, but I don't see them. They may have left. Okay, no worries. Maybe we'll do a little bit of digging. I went through most of my supplies. Yeah, so where do you begin? You know what? I would probably just check the wiki because I forget. But I think you have to go to a region. Here, I'll pull up the map. Hang on just a second. Wow, there's no glowy things here. To Ekadunin, I believe, is where you need to go. There's a stable master there. There's hunter travel, but it's a deed you have to complete in order to get that hunter travel. And that deed involves basically rolling around a lot of the region. So it's not like it's not as fast as some of the other ones. Yeah, once a hunter has it, they can start porting other people there. I think you can also get there from Rivendell. Yeah, I'm trying to remember how you get there. There's also a milestone which you can then connect yourself to once you get there. But yeah, so you need to get your way to Ekadunin, and then there's a quest. Like there's a dwarf guy standing there. So yeah. Talarian says you need to do book 1 of volume 2 to access Moria, but no death wall. As in, oh right. There's no thing where you can't pass if you haven't done a thing. Yeah, that's fine. Because Megan, because you're saying you remember Angmar would immediately kill you unless you had a certain book done. No, that's you. You won't have that problem. I mean, you might run into creatures in that area that will kill you, but that's just normal stuff. So Hamshank is not chancing it. Only got to 60 on the reward track, but you're gonna grab your stuff soon. Yeah, smart. Yeah, Hamshank. Yeah, mentions also it starts in Ekadunin right outside the gate. So there's a dwarf guy you talk to, and then it takes you into the way they did it. In case you haven't done this recently or ever, is you go into this place called the Walls of Moria, and you do a series of quests in here. It's kind of like pre-Moria in a way. And then once you've done all of that, you can go in, and that takes you into Moria, and you start, yeah, here at the Great Delving. And so there's a couple of quests that you have to do in the walls of Moria, and then through into the Great Delving. And once you've done all of that, then you are able to start getting points on the reward track. Basically, if you find yourself at the point where you've got both of your legendary items, because every character has the ability to have two, so once you've got both your legendary items, you've done everything you need to do in order to participate in the reward track. So there's specific quests that you have to do, but if you've gotten to the point where you have both of your legendaries, you've done that. So that's an easier way to remember it, maybe. Hello, little buck. I'm just chilling out. Yes, lots of underground, Megan. Have you been to Moria before? If not, I can give you a quick. You've never been to Moria before. Oh, you're in for a treat. I'll try not to spoil too much, but it is insanely massive. Like when you get in there, look at the architecture, and every so often, just like take a moment to look at the architecture because it is amazing. It's just fascinating. Like the scale of things is so intense. So when you're looking at this map, it can be a bit overwhelming. But and when you see paths on here, they're not necessarily like this is the one path that's actually what it is. Everywhere else, there's stuff in the way. There's things. There's elevation changes. So you're like, I'm here. I need to be here. But you got to go like all this way, and then you'll end up down here. Okay, so just be prepared for that. Another thing to look at when you see this map is kind of the way they dealt with the elevation. Moria is kind of stacked on top of itself also. So like the Great Delvings, Lemmelek, Nudmelek, like you can kind of think of those are on one level. Silvertine loads and Redhorn loads are a little bit kind of lower. The Waterworks is below like the Silvertine loads. The Flaming Deeps is below other things. Foundations of Stone is below that. So these parts of the map that you see at the bottom are underneath these other parts that you see above it. And then those parts are then got other parts stacked on top of it. So you can kind of, so the map does kind of help, so think of it that way. Yes, so as B4 points out, the top, the middle, and then the bottom of the Moria map are literally above and then below each other.
Oh,
Conceptually, it's yeah, yes, like a sandwich. Like there's one place that you go to where there's a well in the middle of the room, and like if you jump down that well, because you can, you end up like defeated, but you end up in the next layer down. So that's kind of fun. There are there's pathways also to get from one place to the other, okay? The crossroads, thank you. At the crossroads, which is that in the Silvertine loads? No. Is it Endurance Way? No. Chamber of the Crossroads. Oh, okay. Chamber of the Crossroads. Endurance Way there. You jump down the well and you end up, I think, in the Waterworks. Yes, you end up in the Waterworks. So yeah, so from here, you fall, and you end up down here. Where my mouse is hiding behind me. But yeah. So, oh, Megan, it's going to be so much fun because when they open the doors to Moria for us on the 4th of December, right? Or whenever, yeah, about that. That's Treebeard.
somewhere there.
It's around the same time though, because they were going to be the same day, which was crazy cakes to me. But anyway, um, all these people who have their characters at 150 are going to be like going in and running around and doing all these things, and it's going to be so much fun because like it's really fun when you see the place populated. It's really neat. But yeah, the first place though you're going to go is you're going to end up in this area after you talk to the guy at Akadunin, and you're going to be doing some quests in this area. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Megan asks, what time do the expansions usually drop for this game? In the evening? No, it's 10 a.m. usually is when they do it. From what I from yes, I'm pretty sure it's 10 a.m. It'll be listed somewhere, but that's a fair point. It'll be listed like at the last minute. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 10 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes it'll be like they'll do the update and then it's after that. So if it's on a Wednesday, like there'll be the update and then it'll be after that, often, or like a couple hours after the update. So like if the update starts at one time and then you need to wait. So yeah, pretty sure 10 a.m. is pretty typical. Oh, Angmar and Mordor aren't on the schedule. They had said that they're targeting December 4. I remember this because I was like, seriously, the same day that Treebeard goes up? Because we're going to want to be doing Treebeard stuff, but then I'm also going to want to be wanting to do Mordor stuff. So, oh well, we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. So, all right. So wrapping up. If you donate to the Extra Life campaign on the SSG team, you can go and get lots of goodies. Let me put some information there. So there's the link if you want to go donate, and there's the links with information of what goodies you can get, and the link to the Survey Monkey so Cord will know what goodies you want. So remember to do that. He will be continuing to give stuff away through the end of the year or so. But if there's a drawing that Cord will be doing. Hang on, I just messed up my hair because I'm being silly. I had it. Oh, they're doing 500 point Lotro code giveaways, extra community loot list giveaways, and that will all be drawn. You have this month to get your survey in, and then he'll do the drawing after the end of the month. So if you want in on those extra drawings, make sure you get your survey to him this month. So that's important. Okay. What else? The treasure hunt. Come do the treasure hunt if that's something that interests you. You have today is your last day for doing that. The next festival and all the other stuff isn't happening until December, basically. So you've got some chilling time between now and then. I think that's about it. B4 is coming up after me. He will be talking about the Rich plugin, which we are playing with there at the top of the screen. And the sales, those 30% off for one thing, and then you can do 20% off 3 things, and then you can do 15% off 5 things. You can do all of those, and that's through Thursday. And then if you were looking for that other coffer, make sure you go and check that out. So I'm the kind of person where I save up my Lotro points and wait until things are on a good sale. So if you're like that, now's the time to jump in on those things. Double Lotro, double bonus points just happened. So that is not happening right now. Sorry if any of you are waiting on me to tell you about that. It happened like a couple weeks ago, I think. Black Friday is coming up near the end of the month, and I will tell you that I have seen SSG often does some good sales around that time. So now is a good time to stock up on Lotro points. So go do those deeds, run your characters through through Bree and get all the goods in the Shire and Heirloom, and stock up on your Lotro points now, because that stuff's coming, and it's probably going to be stuff you're going to want, and it's a great time to get it when it's on sale. So no need to spend extra if you don't have to. All right, I think that's about it. So thank you everybody for coming along and hanging out with me today. Have a great rest of your day. Stick around for B4, who will be up next with Plugging Along, and I will see you all next week. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.